Good evening. Good morning, whenever you're watching this. My name is Sarah Witt, and I'm the Elementary Instructional Support Coordinator for Oldham County Schools. And I come to you today with a message for our Virtual Learning Academy. For you as parents and caregivers, I really do encourage you to share this video with anyone who is working with your child or children during this time of distance learning. And let's get started. What's new in week 5? These are our struggles and successes. So we start today with a video from one of our youngest VLA students, one of our kindergarten students.
I know about caterpillars, that they grow into a beautiful butterfly.
So, some of the work that we do is through student work samples. Other evidence that we have is through the use of video with our students. And I can't say enough about what that kindergartner shared in light of our message today for you. So the struggle is real. I know that you felt that. I know as a parent myself, working with my own children, I have 2 children of my own, and working with them through the lens of school can be quite challenging at times. We know it can be exceptionally rewarding, but there can also be times when they're not feeling like we know what we're talking about, or that we are their teachers and helping them, and that can be a real struggle. So our first inclination is to want to do for them and to want to give them. They look at us with those pleading eyes. You know those eyes. We've all seen those eyes. They just want us to give them the answer, the word, anything to be able to help them. And our bleeding, beautiful hearts as parents really want to make that happen for them and to give them what they need. But sometimes what they need isn't the answer at all. So I bring to you a story, a parable that was shared with educators, as we often lead similar paths as you do, with those pleading eyes or those frustrations and those tears that they give us when they just need and feel like they need for us to give them the answer to make it all go away. So watch this parable. One day, a little boy found a cocoon of a butterfly in his garden. He decided to watch the cocoon until the butterfly emerges from it. Every single day, he would watch the cocoon. One day, he finally saw a small opening in the cocoon. He watched the butterfly as it struggled to come out of the cocoon. Unfortunately, even after several hours of struggle, the butterfly was stuck halfway. The little boy then decided to help the butterfly. He got a pair of scissors and tweaked the cocoon to make an opening for the butterfly. The butterfly emerged without any struggle, but it had a swollen body and shriveled wings. The little boy waited for the butterfly to fly, but neither did the wings expand nor the swollen body reduce. It was because the little boy tweaked the cocoon. Although his intentions were good, he didn't know that only by going through the struggle, the butterfly could emerge to be beautiful and strong. Our struggles in life develop our strengths. Without struggles, we can never grow and be successful. It's important for us to tackle challenges on our own and not rely on help from others. If we don't want to undergo any struggle, we won't be able to fly. And that's our children. I now bring to you a message from one of our education greats. His name is Doug Fisher. And if that story didn't inspire you in a way to help really bring about the importance of our students having that struggle, then I'm not really, it's critical. It's critical that they do. And what's so interesting is that upon that student writing about the butterfly and being reminded of this parable that we do share with our teachers so that we don't enable our own students, then this came about in one of our webinars recently. Doug Fisher is an educational guru, and he shares a message with parents.
To get a message to families, I beg you to get this message to families. Please allow your child to struggle. Struggle is good for their brains. Struggle is how we learn. Productive struggle is engaging for young people. Please do not tell your child the answer. Please do not do the work for your child. In independent work, in practice, you can give your kid all the hints you want. Not a problem. Just don't tell them the answer. And if your child struggles too much, tell me. I'll take care of it. But over-helping on the part of parents is going to cause learned helplessness. That's what we're going to see if we're not careful.
So what he's talking about is letting parents letting teachers know when the struggle does become too much, when it is bringing the child to tears and they're unable to do their work. That's when we as educators, that's when your child's teacher needs to know what's going on. Maybe there's a technology issue that we can work through with some modeling. Maybe the work needs to be adjusted. Maybe your child just needs to use a resource that they didn't realize they needed to use to feel successful in that moment. So there are a lot of things between the parable and the message that are important. So how to focus on strengths, struggles, and successes. One thing, as we talk today, the proximity is powerful where you are in the room, whether you're a caregiver or a parent. If you're in kindergarten, you're probably right there. And I do want to give credit to one of our principals, Liz Dant, who shared some of these messages with her students through distance learning, and I bring them to you as well. So proximity is powerful. A kindergarten student, again, you probably need to be right there with them to be able to help them mute and unmute or navigate the seesaw or click the link oftentimes. First and second grade, you can probably be in the same room and just be a little distance away where they can navigate the screen and know what they're doing. And by the time they're in third through, that should say fifth grade, my apologies, third and fifth grade, you just maybe need to be within earshot. Children can work in their bedrooms, they can work in a different room of the house, and you just maybe need to be around so that they're available rather than hovering over top of them. When you hover over top, it creates a little bit of anxiety in the child. They don't exactly respond very well in that case. And they're trying to please you as opposed to trying to potentially work on the work that they're doing. Or they might become over-reliant on you because you're right there. So again, those eyes pleading, tell me. So the next part is no matter what age or grade, let the work be theirs. You've already been to school. You've already had these opportunities. Please, no matter what, let the work be theirs. It is exceptionally important that we as educators see, as their teachers, that we see what it is that they're doing and what they can do independently. I'm currently co-teaching in a kindergarten class right now, and parents have been amazing as far as stepping back and being present, but allowing the child to think of the next number in the sequence of numbers or to recount the chips because they counted inaccurately. And it's important that that happens because when the child makes those mistakes or that's what's happening in their brains, then we can know where to build. We can know their strengths and we can know their areas of need. It's critical for us. And remember, when they do come back to in-person school, you're not going to be right there with them. You're not going to be sitting in the desk next to them or the seat next to them at the table, whispering the answer in their ear or taking the keyboard for them and typing out the answers. So I know that's hard for us to remember, and I have that mom heart too, but it's important because the struggle allows for the success. So is it acceptable to look? It is acceptable to look over their work, of course. Support, encourage, and question. You want to support through offering breaks. Pats on the back or creating a checklist. These are ways that you can support your child without enabling your child. Another one is encouraging through words. the you can do it, or you've got this, or make specific compliments of, I notice how hard you're working. Your story is really coming along. Your characters are you're really developing your characters. Or yesterday you did such a fantastic job developing at your writing. Today, let's see if you can do the same thing. Another one is to question. You can ask questions of your child. He talked about giving them hints, just don't tell the answer. So, have you reread? Maybe the child made errors and you know there are misspelled words in there that they know. You can ask your child, have you reread this? Or where do you need to add punctuation or capitalization? I know that no matter what's been written, sometimes the children just don't add things you know that they know. So asking those questions can be helpful without saying you need a capital here, you need a period here. Where do you need that? I know in this line there's going to be a period. Where would it go? You can ask something like that. And does it look right? Does this look right to you? Or does that sound right to you? Let me read this out loud. Or even, is this your best? Because we know that we have a really important job with distance learning to make sure that children are performing at their best. They're not right there with the teacher. So they oftentimes might not give us the kind of work that they would if they were with us right here. So it's important that we do ask that question, is this your best? Because we know that you want to deliver your best to your teacher so she can best support you. So those are just some hints for you and some asks that we ask of you as you allow your butterfly to leave the cocoon, or the chrysalis, technically. So one last thing, we have feedback, and we are asking for that from you. You got it yesterday, and today you hopefully have filled that out. And if not, please do that by tomorrow. The survey looks like what you're seeing here, and there are just 3 questions on it. One of them is the grade level that your child is in, and then we're just asking 2 other questions. Please jot down your thinking. We grow when we gain your support. What is it that we're doing well that we want to keep doing, and what are our areas of growth? What do you wish for? So just another reminder, again, feedback, please send it in. And to see your teacher, this is another little thing. I know I'm a little tile down here, but when they're on the Google Meet and the teacher is one of the tiles and they hold something up to display, it's often very small on the screen like I am with you right now. One thing you can do is pin them. So you just want to hover over the tile, and it won't show you on this, but you want to hover over the tile until you see a little pin, and you just press that little push pin, and it will make the teacher become the largest person on the screen, or whoever is presenting or speaking, so that you can see the book they're reading or the chart they're showing or the writing that they're demonstrating. So hopefully those things will help you. And we wish you a fantastic week 5. Thank you for everything you do. We know you are our #1 partners. So have a wonderful week.